Hello and welcome back to Vinralandia. Last time we continued to expand Goatsburg because... Not Goatsburg, what am I talking about? I was looking over at Goatsburg and I was like, oh, expansion, but no, Goatsburg doesn't expand. It's not a thing that Goatsburg does. In fact, we were expanding Whitsville, the greatest, newest section of our city, filled to the brim with people who are completely insane. That's just the case. Now, let's see. How have we been doing? We built a couple more sectors down here. Oh yes, we were working on designing these roads back here between the highway and the railroad system. So, let's get back on that. Because the people of Whitsville just need so many places. Oh, I did that so terribly. Don't worry, I'll fix it. We need to keep it on the grid. Because although Whitsville is in fact a crazy place, it does still enjoy efficiency, which I think I've said before. It really loves efficiency, and the more efficient of a prank you can do... Oh, good lord. That road's all off. The more efficient of a prank you can do, the more happy the people of Whitsville are going to be. That's just the case. It's the truth. There we go, look at that, that's so much better. And we'll just put a road straight through here. We've got tons of downspace in here. That's no good at all. No good at all. Oh, and this is the commercial section of Whitsville. So this is not going to do for what I wanted to build. Because right now we've got a lot of industry and a lot of residential. So we need to look towards expanding the office sector of Whitsville, so that even more research can be done pertaining to all the different pranks. And of course, all of the finances can be done as well, because you need to be fiscally responsible when pranking. You can't pull one of those old, oh, I pranked my friends to go all the way out to the other side of the country, but I forgot that I had to pay for their tickets in order to do that. And so now I'm broke. Which I believe was the plot of a Seinfeld episode. Yeah, it was that one. It was good. I enjoyed it. The payoff was worth it. Mainly that guy, whose name I can't remember, because I don't remember names. Because I'm really bad like that. Just got his own prank handed right back to him. It was amazing. That's actually Whitsville's favorite episode of Seinfeld in general. Because, of course, Whitsville needs to educate its children about the proper how to be fiscally responsible while at once being an expert prankster. And that is a perfect example of what not to do. So then. Okay, we're going to cap this off with a bit of a half circle. Oh, look at that. Brilliant! Love it. Look at it. It's brilliant. Little dome right off the edge. Not a perfect curve, so it doesn't, of course, have to contend with the curve. Which is, of course, a very important thing because nothing, absolutely nothing, can contend with the curve. If something does contend with the curve, the people of Whitsville are going to be up in arms, and you don't want to be part of one of their pranking wars. Those things are absolutely vicious. Just deadly vicious. Like, I heard a story. The guy's name was Jeff. Jeff decided that it would be great if, as like a senior prank kind of thing, he drew a little graffiti on the walking paths of the curve. Particularly, he drew, like, just this big picture of a sunflower, and it said, "What a sunny day," and he knew, he checked the weather report, and he knew it was going to be overcast on that day. Would have been a great prank. People would have been like, yeah, he's learning, he knows what he's doing, he's going to get his diploma for sure. But he did it on the curve. And the vicious pranking that occurred after that actually left 17 people hospitalized. It was, oh, one has never seen that much fake vomit in one place at the same time. It was so much that officials actually questioned whether or not it was fake. The reports are still out because nobody actually wants to figure out that in fact it wasn't. Because if that was the case, that becomes a very concerning moment for the city. Anyway, that was as weird as ever. Hello, crematorium. How are you? You know what I was thinking? I was thinking it would be nice if we made a little park in with the crematorium so that everyone can come and, of course, enjoy their dead at the crematorium. They're just going to have a pit in the middle of the crematorium area that's just going to be filled with the ashes of all the dead people that they burn. And you'll be able to, of course, come pay your respects to them and be like, oh, it was so sad when we had to burn Grandma that one time, but she's in a better place now. Particularly, she's in this pit in the ground. I guess it's a better place. And of course, all the people of Whitsville will come and they'll be like, oh, Mr. Whiskers, you're in there too, aren't you? We put you in there because you deserved a better life than the pet cemetery, which happens to just be, in the particular case of Whitsville, just a junkyard. They just throw all their dead animals into a junkyard. It was originally a prank, but it's been taken a bit far at this point. Oh man, I want to make a little circle here. I want to make just a little teensy little circle. You're going to let me do that, aren't you, game? You're not going to be really dreadful and not let me make a circle, are you? Because we need a place for the pit, and what better place for a pit than a circle? There we go. That's the circle right there. Nothing can be built in that circle because, of course, the dead go in that circle. And you can't put anything over the dead. You can't put like a clump of trees there. Because, I mean, in a sense, it would be very, like, ceremonial. You'd be like, oh, so our dead are sitting there and being used to create new life. How nice. But at the same time, you're growing a tree on your dead grandmother. And not very many people in Whitsville consider that to be kosher. Unless it happens to have to do with a prank of some sort. Whereas then they go mental. They're like, that is the best thing ever. And you know what? Just because children so very rarely understand the importance of going and paying homage to your dead relatives that are just a pile of ash, we'll put a small playground right across the way so that, this is a small that's a small park. It's just a small park. It was supposed to be a small playground. I put the wrong thing in. Okay, so we're going to put a small playground. This one right here. That's a better size. That's what I thought. And there's going to be a small playground right here for all of the children who happen to come with their parents to look at their dead relatives. Isn't that nice? We do nice things in Whitsville. Because although we do happen to be a group of vicious pranksters, Whitsville does know how to be civil. And of course, if any of the children happen to not be civil in Whitsville, they can have them go play under the telephone lines. And by telephone lines, I mean power lines. Very high voltage power lines. And that'll just deal with all those rascal children. Very good. Look at that. Look at that nice cemetery park. It looks kind of weird. I'll admit it looks really weird. But what more do you expect from a crematorium park? Come on, guys. We're trying we're trying to be new age here. It's not easy. They don't make it easy. Okay. I would say that we're in need of offices, and that's why we're putting these down, but apparently we're not in need of offices, and I'm just putting these down for nothing. So there you go. What we actually need is commercial, but for now, we'll have row upon row of offices right across the street from the high school so that all of the high school students can look right out of their windows, see the offices, and be like, that's where I'm going to work. I'm going to be in there researching the fake boogers, trying to make them as realistic as possible while only using plastic. Because if you use anything but plastic in fake boogers, you're kind of going overboard, even by Whitsville standard. It's very standard that both fake boogers and vomit are in fact just plastic and nothing more. Because it's just a waste of resources at that point, because efficiency is huge in Whitsville. It cannot be discounted. There we go. How is traffic going right now? Okay, traffic isn't actually the end of the world here. It gets to be the end of the world when it backs up onto the highway, but it hasn't done that yet. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't look at it anymore. I actually want to see traffic across the city. How is it doing? Brandberg is doing much better than it was before because we've taken so much of that traffic off of the main area here and put it down onto those other highway on and off ramps. The big Cloverfield is doing well. Cultopia, how are you doing? Look at that. The roundabout, it's doing perfectly. Both of them. This one, of course, has problems because of this ridiculously sharp turn that I'm not going to fix because it's a landmark at this point. Very important. Battsville, Battown, is doing very nicely for traffic. Of course, the inside of the city is pretty terrible, actually. But outside of that, it's not too bad. It's working out pretty nicely. The Knick-Knack Emporium of Magic has less traffic than usual as well. What's going on, people? Am I missing something? Why have all of our traffic woes suddenly disappeared? Have we just created the most efficient road system in the world by just haphazardly putting roads everywhere? I mean, look at this thing. The octopus still exists. It's still terrible, but it's not as bad as it was before. Neo-Marketopia is actually flourishing at this point. Look at that. Well, and of course, the unnamed land nobody really cares about, so it doesn't matter. Except apparently all of the garbage trucks care about the unnamed land. It's ridiculous, so many garbage trucks. This city is a mess of roads. That's all I have to say. Just so many random roads everywhere. Very good, very good. Well, as good as it can be when it's just a mess of roads. So, let's throw down a bit of residential along the back here. Just increasing the amount of people in Whitsville, because we need as many people as we can have in this place at all times. Because it's just such an important part of the city. It teaches us the core values of just togetherness and having fun, even in the midst of Brandberg yelling at us about how ridiculous the rest of the city is and how they can't even believe that they live in this particular section of the world because it doesn't even make any sense. Why did the mayor accept this section of the city when, in fact, it is so completely different from the rest of it? Well, the answer is because it is just that different. And it's very important that our people understand that there is difference in the world, even if you just walk across that massive highway, which is very dangerous. Please don't walk across the highway. Take your car. If you don't have a car, stop being a scrub, because this is like a golden age of Vinralandia. You'll all have enough money. If you need money for a car, I can just lend it to you, because I have like $2 million right now. And it's not looking like it's going to go down anytime soon, so it'll be fine. I mean, just send a little message to the mayor's office. Be like, hey, mayor, I need some money. I got in deep with these drug dealers, and I really need the cash. And I'll be like, you can't have it. But on the other hand, if you were to actually ask me for a car, I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? That's fine, so long as it's not like a Ferrari or something, because that'd be ridiculous. I mean, we can't buy everyone a Ferrari. We probably can't buy everyone a normal car either. I think our coffers would take a bit of a hit at that point. What, 59,000 people times like, how much is a car? Like 20, 30,000, maybe? Yeah, we're not going to be able to afford that. Not even a little. We'll just have to save up. That's what we'll have to do. Oh, good. I just piped that. I completely forgot that I piped that. So how is all of the stuff doing? Incinerator status is good. Electricity is good. Water is good. How is overall health? 77%. That's not bad. Where are our health hotspots? Just down here in Cultopia. Oh, because they're so close to Trashland. That makes sense. Trashland is a smelly and stinky place, and nobody wants to be there. How's our fire coverage? Not too good, actually. Why don't we just get a fire station right in the middle of all of these offices? That'll drop the hazard around here, and pretty much in all of Whitsville. Which would be brilliant. We've got the Knick-Knack Emporium of Magic, of course, is being a huge issue. Let's just put a fire station right along that road. Make everybody happier. And then Cultopia! How dare you? We're just going to throw fire stations literally everywhere. And if throwing fire stations at our problem doesn't fix it, I don't know what will. We'll have to do some sort of ridiculous cultish ritual which will estrange us from the people of Goatsburg and make everyone hate us, pretty much. Oh, look at this. This is very bad for the industrial area. So much fire hazard. You guys need to stop lighting your pants on fire with your blowtorches, because we really cannot afford so many fires in our city. Which I'm not even sure if we had that many fires in our city, but it's fine. We literally just took like $3,000, a hit of like $3,000 a week from that, but it's worth it. It'll be fine. Okay. I'm seeing a slight alteration that could help us. We really want to get the traffic from here right out. So what we're going to do is convert these all into one-way roads. We've done this before in other sections of the city. Just make it a lot easier for the traffic from the off-ramp to flow onto and into the city. Just like this. No, like this. There we go. Look at that. Look at it. Oh, it's brilliant. We put that there, and we make sure that everything is zoned properly, or else all of these buildings are going to go away. There we go. That should work a lot better. That'll prevent buildup, just as it's getting right to the highway. There we go. That's nice, isn't it? It's brilliant. Look at this. Whitsville is turning out to be a slightly ridiculous looking, which is very apt for Whitsville, because Whitsville is, of course, a ridiculous city. A very ridiculous looking city, but also a very nicely built city as well. This metropolitan area is beyond understanding. We are almost at. We are 200 people away from being at 60,000 population. How amazing would that be? That'd be crazy. We're just skyrocketing in the population nowadays. Brilliant. But yes, that brings us to the end of our episode. Cinematic camera. And it's hard to get the entirety of Vinnerlandia in the picture nowadays. It's just so big. Let's look at it from this side. We usually don't look at it from this side. Down there? Okay, fine. We'll look at it like this. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Whitsville still has room to expand, and we'll continue to expand it until it fits entirely in this little, like, ridiculously shaped area. And it'll be very nice and very ridiculous. But until then, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.